Hey everyone, welcome to the Pickleball Effect podcast. This is episode 101. I'm Braden.
And I'm Kyle.
Starting the next one hundo.
And now I just laugh every time I say that because I think of John. And I'm Kyle.
And I'm Kyle. Now you're gonna like try and say it in
I
different
know.
ways now because you're so
It's in my head.
self-conscious.
It's in my head. Thanks, John.
That was so funny. One of the I don't know if that bit will ever be topped.
I don't know. It was good. I wish he would have went through the whole thing because he was good. Like it was good.
It was so funny. If you haven't seen it yet, go back to our 100th episode. John Q sent us like a congratulations video, and he did a little scene where he mimicked our intros, and it was hilarious.
Good. Spot on.
Yeah, it was really funny. So for our intro this week, or not our intro, what do we call this? Our weekly update. We're gonna announce the big giveaway winner. A couple other things happened to us this week. 3-0-5-0 is mine this week. We're gonna talk about fourths and sixths. Kyle's corner.
Talk about some PPA. Man, that was a lot of upsets in that PPA.
Dude, so many.
We'll talk about some pro pickleball, and pretty much that's it. Maybe a little bit of the collegiate regional that went on this week too. No big drama though.
And then Paddle, Babble, and Gear. We have a new brand called Forge and Bond. They have a series called Runout. This is made in the U.S., manufactured out of Utah. We're going to give our first impressions there. That launched this week, or last week, I guess. And then Engage has some new paddles that were sent to us that I've been trying out this week. One of them I'm actually quite into.
I heard you played pretty good with it.
It was a bit of a surprise how much I liked that paddle. So we'll talk about that. And then the Dink Master 3.0 gets released next week. This is that big board that you can rebound balls.
Yeah, rebound
off.
board.
Yeah. So we'll talk about the new one they got coming out. So big giveaway winner. Let's announce this. So if you attended the 100th episode last week, we had a big giveaway at the end for, we did some live giveaways. Then we had one that was kind of just for everyone. You had to go fill out the form for that. So the winner receives a $100 Pickleball Central gift card, the new ADV Flex bag, which is bomb, by the way. Go check that out. Use code PB Effect to get one. You'll love it. A Stack kit. So this is the top and bottom from Stack. I still I was sponsored from them, a year ago, and I still wear all their stuff. I really like their stuff.
Tourney shorts for me.
So good. And then we got a Slice Cap and a Holy System, which have been our stalwart sponsors a lot of this year. They have great stuff. So it's Brian Cliff. Brian, congratulations. I got your email. I'm gonna send you I'll send you an email today, get your information. And everyone else that won stuff during the live last week, you should see some of the things start trickling in. Some things probably have trickled in. We're going to get the rest to you in the next about week and a half. But don't freak out. It's coming. It's quite a bit of work to get all the giveaway stuff together.
You got some stuff we're shipping, some stuff the sponsor shipping.
Yeah. But yeah, congratulations, Brian. That's cool. A lot of really cool stuff in there. It always feels good to have something we can put together for you guys. So congratulations, Brian. Other stuff for weekly update. So Moneyball, I played Moneyball Saturday. This is when I was testing out the engages. They did a new format, dude. I don't know how many Moneyballs, how many Friday morning things I've been to. They still sprinkle in new formats
always.
here and there.
It's
and
cool.
It's so fun. I love that they switched up a bunch. So this was a new one that I haven't done that I really enjoyed. So what we did, the typical format for Moneyball is you'll get 8 to 10 teams. Every player will pitch in $10. So just enough money to make you want to win and give you that little more than like rec play feel, which is why I love Moneyball. And then they'll split you into 2 pools. Everyone plays each other, 1 game to 15. Top 2 go to a single elimination playoff, and then top 3 teams get paid out. They also do it where the bottom half of the pool teams will then also get together for a single elimination play. So everyone keeps playing, and then the winner of the I guess the consolation bracket will get half their money back.
Yeah.
And so this week, what we did was we split up. We did pool play, but then the top 4 teams did another round robin. So instead of doing a single elimination, you played everyone once, 1 game to 15, and it was fun to shake it up because it depending on how the draw works, sometimes you might have a good chance of going to the championship if maybe the teams were flipped.
Yep.
And so this way it gives you a different look. It's almost, this might be the best way to bring the best team, or like giving the best teams. What am I trying to say?
Like the best chance to win.
Yeah. Like sometimes you might take third, even though you're technically the second best team because you played the
Depending,
number one team or
and
something.
it all depends on the format and the draw. And
Yeah, and so this
you think
kind
this
of
one's more balanced?
it's more balanced. Kind of eliminates that draw factor.
Got it.
I wouldn't want to do this every time. I like mixing it up, but it does give you a little different flavor, and it was really fun. So that's another idea for people looking to organize games is to do, I guess, pool play into a pool play to determine the winners. And then Collegiate. Regional Collegiate was in town this week.
Did you get a chance to watch any of it?
So it was going on Saturday morning while I was there. I saw them playing. I didn't have a chance to stick around and watch, but I saw the setup. It was
yeah,
sweet.
they set it up. They streamed it on YouTube, on APP TV.
Okay. So were you watching it?
No,
or,
I was
or
watching
did you
it.
attend it?
No, I was watching it.
Okay.
The future of pickleball is bright.
Yeah.
Like I will say, like the skill. So this was the Northwest Regional. So there was teams from like Montana, Utah, I think Oregon, Boise State, etc. And the skill rate. It was. I got depending on which court you tuned into, you were watching very different games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the skill range was definitely pretty wide. It seemed like it was probably 4-0 to 5-0 like range. But tell you what, the Utah had some good teams.
So
Boise State played good.
Utah Tech is one of the better collegiate teams. They had 2 teams there.
Yep.
And I know a couple of those guys that
they can play.
They can play.
Yeah, it was cool to watch, and like there was a girl from Montana that was like really good, and it was fun. It's cool to see.
Boise State was in it.
They were in it. I didn't see the Boise State game sadly. Like when I turned it on, I watched like Montana, Utah Tech. I didn't see Boise State play because they played later, and I was at work.
So that's Caden Luke there. I don't know I guess they like found a couple of female players to their team like last minute. Like they were
grab some people.
They were trying to find somebody, and but Kate and Luke are solid. I know that they went like 2-1.
2-1, yeah, I saw that too.
In the like round robin format. I don't know what happened after that, but Boise State represented, and they were winning some.
It's cool though to see all these college kids playing pickleball seriously, and that's just going to filter down. We're going to see high school. We're going to see junior high.
Dude, it can't be far. I know that there are some programs in place for high school competitions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a bit surprised that hasn't been picked up quicker.
Yeah, I am too. We have a couple clubs here, like I know Meridian, like Megan, one of the local girls, she coaches like a Meridian club. And I know Stephanie head coach like a Centennial club. So like, it's still like a club.
It's not high school.
No, not official
run or organized, which was what we needed to get to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that has not been picked up because I know it's in every gym in America. It's part of
with like elementary curriculum
and stuff. I'm really surprised that hasn't. I don't know what it takes to create a new high school sport, but whoever the powers that be, like get on that.
Yeah,
that should be happening right now.
Oh, we're terrible.
What happened?
Who is this podcast brought to you by?
Oh, we did it. We threw it over. We'll give him a mention now and a mention later.
Yeah.
But this podcast is brought to you by Pickleball Central. This is like your one-stop shop for all your pickleball needs: shoes, bags, paddles, everything. And if you use the link in the description, you go click on it, it's going to apply a site-wide discount, not just paddles, but just everything you add to your cart. So take advantage of the discounts, and they have an excellent return policy, excellent customer service, and just an overall great experience through Pickleball Central. They've been great to work with, and they will take care of your pickleball needs. And using that link in the description not only saves you money, but also goes to support the channel. So next time you're looking to buy something, think of Pickleball Central, come to the podcast, click on the link in the description to activate those discounts across the board, and you can save there. So thank you, Pickleball Central.
Boom.
That was that'll finish us off for weekly
update. Yeah.
You have anything else there?
No. Nope.
Okay, let's go to 3-0 to 5-0. This is, man, we're giving people back-to-back ads here.
Yeah.
They're gonna hate us. Brought to you by So these guys are an Electrolyte brand. It's actually a system. They have a pregame, in-game, post-game. Everything is thought through and made for pickleball. This is a pickleball-specific formulation and program. So go to Holy. I'll put a link in the description. You can use the code PBEffect to save, but go do your research on their ingredients. Their flavors are really good. We've been fans of them. I use their in-game all the time, and I do use their other stuff, just not quite as frequently as the electrolytes. Plus, they have greens.
Mm-hmm.
They have the full package, and it'll be fun to hear some of the thoughts of the people that won it this week when we get it out into the world. But if you aren't drinking electrolytes, you should be drinking electrolytes, and if you are, go consider these guys. Their flavors are really good, and their stuff's legit. So thank you, Holy. 3-0 to 5-0. So this one's mine this week. I was watching Ryan, or I came across one of Ryan DeWidgeon's posts that he's been doing on Instagram. Have you been following his new like instructional post that he's been doing?
Not his instructional one. I just follow his regular. So does he have a new Instagram?
No, it's his regular Instagram, but he's been doing those instructional posts.
Okay.
So Ryan DeWidgeon, he's out of Austin, Texas. He runs the lab where you see all those videos from Zane and Johnson Cola. He is, I forget, some title in the MLP team, helps with the coaching and things there.
Runs the Ranchers.
That's
GM of the Ranchers?
the GM of the Ranchers.
Yeah, there you go.
And he's an incredible, he's a very solid player, and an even better like kind of pickleball mind. He's when I think of like pickleball minds, people who understand the game, can read it, pick things apart, and coach you. There's probably like 5 to 10 really solid ones that I know of, and Ryan's one of them. So he started this new format on Instagram where he will do like a carousel slide of 3, 4, 5 different points from like pro points, and he's just kind of breaking down some specific elements of things that he's seeing in these games. And so in one of those posts this week, he brought up this point of something that I was like, man, this is something I need to work on. I need to develop, and it's improving your fourths and your sixths. So think, okay, you serve, you return it, they hit a third. So your fourth is kind of that first shot you hit as they're coming into the net, whether they hit a drive or a drop. His post was about being more aggressive on your fourths and sixths, putting more pressure on them. If you're the underdog, he's like, if you're the underdog, you want to take advantage of those shots to try to end some points early, kind of surprise them, keep them on their toes. Don't let them get established at the net and find their groove. That was his reasoning for being more aggressive on fourth and sixth. But I was just thinking of those shots in general and how, like, obviously you go for them when they're easy, but I'm generally like kind of medium passive. And I'm not like super aggressive, not super passive, just in the middle somewhere. And I feel like the people I hate playing the most
are aggressive there.
Are super aggressive there. I think of like one of the better male players in our area is Nick Peterson, and he is so good on those fourths and sixths. If you leave a drop up at all, he just does something with it. Either whether it's a hard angle, it's low, there's some extra pace on it that you just don't typically feel and see. And it's really tough to deal with. And then when I drive the ball at him, if I don't hit it really well, he's punishing you for it. And I don't do that. If someone hits a solid or like a mediocre drive at me, I just kind of punch it back and then they just drop it in. Like I need to be able to do something off that, whether it's, putting a little more pace on it, finding, spots and angles with that. And then just that fourth where you can, like you're stable, you're reaching in and you're just doing that little 50-50 volley, like a little, I don't know what you call it. Just the flick.
I was say flick.
Yeah, the flick. Flick's the word. And having that in the bag on both forehand and backhand. I'm better on it with my backhand than my forehand. My forehand is what I needed to develop more. But being able to apply pressure and punish people for not being perfect on their thirds. And Nick's so good at that. And he's so hard to play. Another one was, Nick Wade used to live here. He moved to Florida a little bit ago. We miss Nick like crazy, but he's another really high level player and instructor and has a strong like Instagram account. You can follow him, but he was so hard to play because he was so deadly on those fours. He would get on one foot and just lean in super heavy and put a lot of pace and keep it low. And he was tough to play against. And the people that are more passive on their fourths and sixths, it's like a sigh of relief. Like, it's easier to get into the net. And so this is it's a shot that I've never really practiced, and I'm gonna start working on and developing with the intention of being more aggressive on my fourths and sixths to prevent your opponents from coming to the net. Just in general, not just when I'm the underdog, but just in general, developing that shot, I think will help take me to the next stage. It's kind of fun to see things like, oh man, that's when you get to like a certain level, sometimes you don't know what to work on. Like, you're not as good as these guys, but it's hard to say why. And
you're like, why exactly?
Yeah. And then when I read this post, I was like, I need that. If I want to compete at a higher level, I need to develop those shots. Any thoughts on that?
I was gonna say, like twofold. If you become aggressive in those fourths, that puts more pressure on the other team too. That they have to think about hitting more perfect thirds instead of just getting them like.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to it.
I would say so. Even that, either like if you're known to punish bad thirds, then that puts more pressure on them to hit a good third.
Right, and they start
versus if they know
partner.
like, oh, Braden's a passive fourth shot, I just got to get the ball over.
Right.
Yeah, like because he's not going to punish me. He's just going to put the ball in play, and we're going to play.
Exactly.
Versus if you're crushing it, they're like, oh, I got to keep this down.
Yeah, so there's the point potential. There's the psychological element. It makes them change their game. Anything you can do to make them change their game
exactly
is
Yeah, if you make somebody second guess the normal way they play, that's like the best thing you could do.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not just out of the air. Like when you watch pros, some of the people I think that come to mind to watch, to go learn from about this, you have like Hayden Patrickman is really good at this. I'm trying to think of others. I feel like Annalise is really aggressive there, but there's a few people that are a little extra aggressive on their fourths and sixths, and they do it off the bounce. They do it out of the air. It's kind of all over the place, and they have a full package there. Anyways, that's what I've been thinking about what I want to develop. I think I'm just going to go get a machine and just kind of launch thirds at me and see what I can do with it until I just find a flow for it.
You going to buy a machine?
No, just at the...
Oh, just rent one?
Rent one from the Flying Pickle. They got the Titans there.
Titan, yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. All right, Kyle's Corner.
Brought to you by
Slice. So Slice are weighted end caps that fit perfectly to your paddle. They're metal. They're machined, really high quality. They bring the balance point down of your paddle, but keep the swing weight and everything else the same. So if you add weight to your head, this is going to offset that balance you add to the head and kind of counterweight that so that you stay fast and maneuverable at the net going side to side, and it helps improves flick. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds, where you can add weight to the head and stay maneuverable by counterbalancing with that in the throat. And there's no better way to do it than these caps. They're fantastic. If you haven't tried it, it's worth giving a shot. They have a 1/2 ounce, 1 ounce. Go to use the link and the code PBEffect in the description to give that a try.
All right. Lady to watch. Laura Giltman. Have you seen her?
No.
Okay.
Do we need to learn how to say her name too?
Probably. So she's 39 years old. She played some junior tennis nationally and internationally.
Okay.
Just went pro this year.
Wait, sorry. How old did you say she was?
39.
Okay.
So she picked up pickleball last year. And then her first tournament was Vegas last year.
Okay.
And then, so she's been pro this year, plans to go full time. She gave Annalie a run in the round of 16.
Wow.
Like, she can play.
Okay.
So definitely one to watch. I'm excited. I mean, if she's only been playing pickleball for a year, that's pretty insane to even give Annalie a game.
Right.
I mean, we saw in the finals, I mean, Jeannie, who's been playing amazing, still got buzzsawed by Annalie.
Oh, I never saw the result.
It was like 11-2, 11-1.
Oh, man.
But that brings up the next point, though. Jeannie is looking amazing ever since that wooden paddle tournament.
Yeah, what happened to her?
She turned it on. I don't know. She's playing so good. She beat Kate in the semifinals, which was an awesome game. She almost took her in 2. She was up. Kate went on I think it was 10. Yeah, Kate went on a 10-point unanswered streak to come back.
Wow.
It was 10-2, game 2. Jeannie was up, and Kate came back to win that.
Jeez.
Which I thought, because Kate was the veteran, I was like, game 3 is going to be a bad news for Jeannie, but I was wrong.
Dude, what do you think? Like, what's going on with Jeannie? How's Bouchard figuring this out?
I think she's maybe she's taking pickleball serious. She's got that proton paddle now. I don't know, but she's playing really good, and it'll be exciting.
I mean, she's had the proton paddle for a minute.
I know. I'm just
and it wasn't until like now that it wasn't until the wooden tournament where she unlocked something.
Yeah, but now she's playing great. I mean, she's got a while before she beats Annalie, but it's cool to see different people making it to the finals at least. Just
yeah,
to hit
give
that
it to her. Like, congratulations, Bouchard. I never thought she would do it.
No, I was like, at first I was like making fun. Like I still remember her first pro match. Like, she didn't know.
I was embarrassed for her.
She didn't know that you had to go get the ball. So she was like waiting for somebody to pick up the ball for her. And like, but you know, she's come a long way. So that was pretty sweet. A lot of upsets. Marshall Brown beating Garnett. Garnett pickles him.
This is singles?
Yeah, Singles, I feel like
I
that's
don't really
the most.
I don't really know much about Marshall Brown.
I don't either. That's why my picks were so bad this week because there were so many upsets. It was like, I think most everybody's brackets got broke.
Where'd you finish out in the PPA pick'em?
Pretty low.
Really?
Low. We're not going to talk about it. I heard us.
I
heard our average pretty bad. I should have just picked the opposite of everybody I thought was going to win, and I might have done better.
Yeah, I mean, you had like Roscoe Bellamy in the finals of singles. Like, where did that come from?
He played great too. Oh, and that match was hilarious. So Bellamy versus Hunter.
Mm-hmm. This is semifinals.
And then, Paris is the one commentating. And it was just really funny. She was definitely like throwing a little bit of shade, like subtle shade towards Hunter. Like,
oh, really?
It was funny.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. She said he had short balls a couple times, and I was giggling like a 14-year-old boy. And
there's no way she was intending that.
I don't. And then she was like, that point looked like a women's singles point.
Man,
Yeah.
Paris,
So-
cold.
Good stuff, though. It's good stuff. So pro pickleball right now has been great with the switch up, especially in singles with the
I
upsets.
feel like in general, there's been a lot more
mix up.
mix up.
Yeah, way more. So that's exciting.
Like ever since we started this PPA bracketing pick'em thing,
Mhm.
there has not been a chalk tournament.
Yeah, were they paying somebody to like throw it? You know,
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't know. But oh, that's all I had for what was going on. We got the MLP Cup coming up next. I don't know which.
The MLP Cup, what's that?
It's gonna be. I forgot where it's gonna be at.
What is it though? Like,
Oh, it's a big MLP tournament.
it's because that season was over.
I know.
It's just a random MLP.
I think it's just a random
tournament
one. Yeah.
before the year's over.
Yeah. Let me see when the. Oh, also, are you going to Worlds? I forgot
No.
to ask you.
Are
Oh,
you?
No. Should have. Worlds is coming up. Was that November?
Yeah,
Which week?
First,
Early
first and second week of November.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going. I am actually kind of glad that I'm not. It's fun to be there, but
A lot of traveling.
I just don't like going to things.
Oh yeah, so the Edward Jones MLP Cup. It's going to be from October 31st to November 2nd. So it is this week. It's going to be in
The
Farmers.
MLP Cup is this week.
Yes, going to be in Farmers Branch, Texas.
Like, is there any weight on this? Like, what does this cup represent? Is it just a random?
I think it's just a random.
Like, is it? It's not like a season event.
This reunites both premier level and challenger level teams for the last MLP event of the year. Pool play leads into a single elimination bracket,
Okay, so it's a tournament.
a
So
nod
it's-
to the original format, and the prize money and first ever MLP Cup title on the line. So yes, it's just a random. It's like this is a one shot tournament.
Okay.
that
I
you-
wonder, was this always part of the plan?
I
or they
didn't
just kind of
see it
throw
on the
this in?
schedule, and then I randomly saw it the other day when I was watching. And I'm like, oh, MLP is back
Well,
because
there
I
we
thought
go.
it was over for the season too. So
MLP.
so
You can go watch it this week.
get some more pickleball fix this week.
Yeah, well, there was some drama at the finals with the Paris Tondescu's team winning.
Oh yeah,
Like, it was like not drama,
the
but like, it
sliders
was like
and
this, this epic comeback story.
because was it the Flash wanted. I can't even remember now because it was too many weeks ago.
Anyways,
Yeah, that
everyone's
was
gonna be
funny.
after the sliders.
Yeah.
that's the
There's a
Tedescu's
target. There's a
team.
target.
There's a target there. Yeah, not drama. They just have the target. Everyone,
Yeah. Flash wants redemption.
everybody, a lot of people want redemption. Well, cool. That'll be fun. Okay, we'll finish here with Paddle, Babble, and Gear. We're going to start with this new brand. This is Forge and Bond. Let me snatch those just a second.
These paddles can be used as a weapon.
Yeah. So we'll just talk about the brand first, then we'll go into the paddles. So this is a brand new brand. This is their first series. They're manufactured in the U.S. They're out of Utah. The brand is called Forge and Bond. The series is called Runout. And it's I believe everything is sourced, made, like it's 100% US.
Yep.
And I'm not even sure if there's anybody else that does that anymore. They may be the only one. I don't have a pulse on that, but there's certainly
Yeah, because I know
very
some.
few of
I know
those.
some companies are made in America, but I still think they source outside.
Yeah, so that's kind of a cool piece there. And then, so when you look at this is a brand that's been around for a while. It's a real company. They've been involved in other industries doing carbon fiber products and different things.
Firearms and stuff like that.
So they have capabilities, and they're obviously they have their own machines and way they can manufacture. They manufacture these themselves, and so they came up with a totally new design that we've never seen before, which is pretty neat. Well, and additionally, I guess I should note that so Justin Barton was involved. He's been telling us about these paddles and getting us kind of excited for these for a while. He's the co-host over at Pickleball Pursuit, and then Stephen Majangos. I actually don't know how to say his last name.
He
Sorry,
actually
Steven.
left Pickleheads to pursue this.
Yeah, so Steven was like the head reviewer at Pickleheads, and then he decided to stop that one and start this one. So he doesn't like own the company or anything. He's just involved with the brand and helping them in whatever it takes to run a company.
You don't know anything about that?
I don't know what his specific role is. I should probably figure that out. Anyways, love both those guys, and so it's kind of fun to see them come together and work on this paddle. And anyway, so the series itself, it comes in 3 shapes. It's 12.7 millimeters. It has a polymer core. It has some EVA around the perimeter that it kind of acts as like that perimeter weighting to help reduce vibrations and things like that. But the big innovation here is the edge guard itself. So it's kind of hard to describe, but if you look at this, like this is not rubber. This is not your.
It's forged carbon.
It's not your countertop edging here. This is a piece of carbon fiber that has been molded around it. If you look at the handle, you can see that it kind of comes together here at the throat, and then it's just all one solid piece from the handle into the frame. So it kind of creates like this, almost like in my head, I'm like, oh, this is like thermoforming on the outside a little bit.
It is. It's kind of like a big frame.
Yeah, it's this frame.
It's very rigid.
It's going to make the paddle feel a little stiffer, a little more rigid, less flex in the throat. It seems like from some of chatter and things we've been seeing lately around like throat flex, that having a stiffer throat is going to help with the sweet spot and things. And so for a 12.7 millimeter, I do think the sweet spot is good for it. I think you're going to hear a lot of people compare this to the Bantam, the Paddletech Bantam 12.7s, because that's really the only other 12.7s out there, other than maybe some of the older Pursuits from Gage. I'm not even sure if they sell those anymore. But so it's very thin. I would imagine they went a little bit lighter or thinner because this edge guard, this frame that they have set up is probably a little bit heavier. So
I was going to say, at a 16, that'd probably be pretty heavy.
Because the numbers on them, these all weigh about 8 ounces. And so, there's probably some extra weight here in the edge guard, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? Like it gives you that weighting away from the center. It's going to help forgiveness that way. And so it's this really cool concept. And like whenever I see something original and people making something different like this, it's always exciting to see that it's not just a cookie cutter or like a small variation of something else that's out there. And so it's fun to see the innovation here and the design, and like the handle feels incredible, because it is that kind of molded one solid piece.
And they were smart with like the shape to, for the extra stability.
Yeah. All their shapes are really smart.
They didn't go like taper too much in at the top. Like, just like what we talked about the other week about shapes.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to like the Honolulu shapes a bit. And so, and I imagine Justin was a big part of that in getting the shapes right and things like that. And so there's a lot of good things about them. However, I don't think it's quite there yet. Performance wise, it's kind of in this all-courty space. While the sweet spot is good for a 12.7, it is not as good as a 16 millimeter, and it just doesn't carry through the ball as well as a lot of these other, these 16 millimeter foam paddles that we've been seeing. And so I've been playing mostly with the hybrid here. I have some weight on it to try to match the weight to these other ones I've been playing. And like when I first played those, okay, there's like, maybe there's something here, it has that really crisp kind of paddle techy feel to it. But then when I pull out like a Vatic, Prism, or not Prism, the Pros, the V-Soul Pros, and I hit it side by side, the Pro just carries and just threw the ball so much better, and it's just so much more stable, more complete feeling. And this feels just a little bit, I don't know what the word is. It just doesn't feel as solid through impact. And it's a little more twisty. And while the sweet spot is good for a 12%, it's not as good as these other ones. And so I wouldn't consider that like a strong suit of the paddle. Oops. And so like it just didn't carry through for me. And then the pop, like with it being a 12.7, like
you thought it was gonna be poppier.
I thought it'd be poppier. Yeah. It didn't give you much action. Like it was kind of this all-courty space. Like with the Paddletechs, yes, they're 12.7. Maybe they're not quite as forgiving as these, but it'll at least rewards you for giving up some of those other things. It's like, okay, it has a big, huge pop, and it's still very quick, very, very light, and has some unique attributes to it that way. Whereas this one, it's like, okay, I'm 12.7 millimeters, but like, okay, from what I'm giving up, what are you giving back?
Yeah.
And it just kind of felt like it was giving up without giving anything else that was like really good. I don't know how to explain that, but you see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, like you're saying basically like you have the smaller sweet spot, the inherent smaller sweet spot, but it's not like you're gaining that massive pop that you get when you have the Paddletech.
But
especially the thin Paddletech.
Right. Yeah, and so, anyways, I think this is a brand to watch. While maybe this the performance of this one, I think holds it back a little bit from me wanting to do like a review and like recommend these over existing paddles. I do like the pop. I do think they're onto something. Obviously, there's something there with the forgiveness Like it is a little bit more forgiving than the paddle tech. Like if they can somehow get that weight right and boost that thickness, I think they're getting like a 14 or 15 millimeter could potentially do wonders there.
It's a solid first entry into the paddle world.
Yeah, it'll obviously they have some capabilities and can make something unique, and so it'll be fun. Like they're gonna get lots of feedback for this. I'm sure they're gonna fine tune it. Like they're using a polypropylene core. Maybe they switch to a foam that can bring out some of those attributes that we're looking for. Maybe they find a way to make the edge guard a little bit lighter or something to for their next iterations. But at the moment, there wasn't anything in particular about them I thought that made them stand out above others. Though the tech is really cool, and we'll keep an eye on them. Did you have any? I know you've played.
I've played it. Yeah, no, I like it. I want to weight it up a lot more and try it. I am not one to love super thin paddles in general. I heavily like 16s for the most part. So I'm pretty critical when I hit a thinner paddle. I just don't like the way, like you said, like I like when I hit a ball and it feels like my paddle is like carrying through that ball.
Yeah.
Like significantly.
Yeah. Yeah. You've always weighted. Yeah. These for you in particular, this probably didn't fit
No.
you.
So I need to get some weight on, and the edge guard is thinner. So I'm gonna have to put a lot of weight on it, but I'm going to weight it up probably to like 9.2 and then try it again and see if that helps with the way I like how like it carry the impact feel going through the ball.
Yeah. Let us know what you think. I just messed with different weight setups on the hybrid and just wasn't able to get it to a point where I thought it was kind of worth it. But there is a unique feel there. I do think there's like one of the good things I liked about it is because it is stiffer. It did seem to have like when you were finding the center, like it listened to you well. Like when you if it went where I wanted it, I thought it was going to go. Yeah, which was a good thing. I think that is potentially linked to the kind of the stiffness and rigid design of it. So there's certainly something there if they can find that right formulation. And so we'll see what comes of that. Any other thoughts there before we move on?
Nope.
All right, let's do the Engage. Engage.
Finally entering the world of foam.
We haven't talked about Engage in a minute.
I know, it's been a while. And you've actually always been a fan of Engage.
So Engage is I've always thought they had something a little bit different. And for a long time, I thought their paddles were really, really solid. And then as soon as Gen 3 came around, they just weren't able to, because they always had that Gen 1 style made in the States. Like they were just kind of limited to what they could tinker with because of the manufacturing abilities here in the U.S. because they've always been made in the U.S. And they just got passed up. Like they just weren't able to keep up with a lot of the overseas tech, and they just started losing relevance to me. But they from what I understand, these are not made in the U.S. anymore. They've gone to other manufacturers, and so they got some new stuff. It's a lot of tech that we've seen in other places, but the weight balance of one of them I think is really solid. So the ones they sent me, I believe they have 3 new lines, but the ones they sent me, they have the Alpha Pro line. So there's a 16 millimeter and a 14 millimeter in the Alpha Pro. Jesse Irvin plays the 14 millimeter of the Alpha Pro. And from their description, it sounds very much like a Yola Pro 4 where they have the horseshoe Gen 3 style polypropylene core and then some extra foam down here in the throat. They said it's like a little different, formulation of some weight down here in the throat, but essentially kind of that same idea. And then the other one they sent me is called the Pro Foam. Yep. And this is these are all elongated. They're only launching these as elongated models. The Pro Foam is 14 millimeters. It has a little different shape than these other ones, which I don't know why they did that. It has a little shorter handle. It's like a touch longer. Don't know the reasoning there, but it is an elongated paddle. And from the description of this one, it's a solid foam core with the cutouts in the center, and then like the spiderweb design, very similar to a carbon true foam. So while none of these designs are particularly new compared to what we've seen that exists already, the numbers on the elongated 16 millimeter are actually quite good. And I think why I was, drawn to it a bit here. So this is the one I was playing this weekend in the Moneyball. I've spent the most time with the 16. I haven't spent any significant amount of time with the 14.
You becoming a 16 guy?
Yeah, pretty much. And then the Pro Foam, I can speak to a little bit. It kind of just felt like a true foam.
Okay.
And which is the Genesis line. and it even had a little heavier weight, like it was 122 swing weight, a little smaller twist weight. So very similar metrics to the carbons. And when I hit it, I was just like, oh, this feels familiar. Like that's kind of what I played with. But these ones, okay, you have the Yola design, but it does not feel like a Yola. It reminds me a lot of 11624.
Okay. It's funny because it has the gradient too. I was like, they got the memo that color gradient's cool now.
Right. So it doesn't, like it has that Gen 3 crispy feel to it, but it's not that hollow, stiff feel of the Yolas or a lot of these new floating EPPs that we've been seeing. It feels a bit more, I guess, I don't know if muted, a little plusher compared to those, very similar to the 11624 Power Series, where you get that, it reminds you of a Gen 3, but it's more of like a medium plush feel. And I'm personally a fan of that kind of, like, it got a little crispness to it, but it's not over the top. On the hollow side, I connect with those better. So I like the feel of it. But then the weight balance of this thing was excellent. I'm just going to read these to you. So the 16 millimeter stock was 113 on swing weight, 6.2 twist weight, and 238 balance point. So to break that down, 113 is extremely light.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's low
for an elongated paddle. But then to maintain a 6.2 twist weight, so 6.2 to 6.3 is like your average twist weight measurement for an elongated, but the average swing weight for the elongated is closer to like 118, 120. And so to keep that high of a twist weight while having this low of a swing weight is really unique. Like the 11624s aren't that way. Another one that plays similar to is the Selkirk eras. So you kind of have this unique weight distribution you don't see from those others that I was digging. This doesn't fit, your style, but it is something that's different from what else is out there. And if you like lighter weight paddles, you want elongated, this is definitely a viable option. And so I end up just adding 2 grams here just above the throat, and the new numbers were a swing weight of 114.5, a twist weight of 6.6, and then a total weight of 8.34 ounces. So this like rivals the R1 Quanta. One of the reasons we love the R1 Quanta was because for this same reason, like a really light swing weight, but a relatively high twist weight for it. And when you customize it, the numbers just look fantastic. Same thing here. Like you will not see a stock paddle of an elongated shape that has a 114.5 swing weight and a twist weight of 6.6.
Oh. Does it still maintain the same warranty that they used to have too?
Yep. So it still has the lifetime warranty.
Wow.
So that's another kind of nod or benefit to these because they are pricier.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to say because it's a Gen 3.
Yeah, it's a Gen 3 with a lifetime warranty, which is a big deal. So you could potentially just keep
exactly.
redo.
I was going to say, if that's your paddle, I think that might be the only Gen 3 that I can think of that's lifetime warranty.
Yeah. Yola doesn't do that.
And then Selkirk went with SLK for the era, so it
has a 1 year warranty.
That's what it means. That might be the only lifetime Gen 3.
Yeah, so that's attractive. And then you have the different weight profile that's attractive to it. And it falls into the same, not only same feel as the 11624 powers, but that same kind of power level where it's like lower tier power, maybe aggressive all-cordy type area. And so it's very approachable power. And I played well with it, man.
How's the handle? Not bad.
Just common handle, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was like really pleasantly surprised. Like I was not expecting anything from these. I picked it up, just played with it, and I was like, okay.
You're like, okay.
There's something, this is interesting. This feels good. And then when I came home and ran the number, because I thought it felt light when I was playing with it, but I didn't know how light it was.
And you ran the numbers, you're like, whoa.
I was like, wow, okay, these look good. Anyway, so I think Engage did a good job with these. These retail for $234 after code PB Effect. You can get it directly from the website. But yeah, the lifetime warranty plus the unique weight distribution here could be attractive to some. Like if you're somebody, I think, who like normally you play a hybrid, but you're interested in like an elongated, I think this is a great paddle to switch from a hybrid to an elongated because you're going to get a similar weight profile.
Yeah, so you're not jumping way up in swing weight.
You're not jumping way up in swing weight. You just get like a tiny bump there and just a little, like a smaller bump in forgiveness than you would with others. And so if you want to try an elongated, coming from a hybrid, this is a good option. And then, but then it's like, okay, they do have the foam option. I'm not as, interested in it, but like, is this still relevant with all the foam options today? I do think it plays well. I guess its closest competitor would be the NF. So this one here, like these have pretty similar profiles. The NF as far as like kind of their power and pop output, but you do get this is like slightly crisper than the NF. We don't really have any foam paddles, too many foam paddles in this area as the NF. Like we'll see more of that, down the road. But at the moment, in this kind of lower, more aggressive all court space, you don't have a wide range of fills. You kind of just have the J2NF series. And so this one, which are a little bit softer compared to this. This still has that kind of crisper feel that a lot of people love. So if you like that crisper feel, you want that kind of power level, there's a reason to go this over a foam paddle. Plus the lifetime warranty kind of pretty much makes it a foam paddle because you can just re-up it if the core ever crushes on you. So anyways, I think they did a good job, and it'll I'm gonna keep playing with it and do more with it because it was fun. The 14 millimeter, I haven't spent any time with it yet, but this is the one that Jesse's playing. It has decent numbers too. So this one comes in at a swing weight of 112, a twist weight of 5.96, and then this one is UPA approved. This is their only UPA approved one.
Grittier. Oh, it's decent. Not like crazy though.
Yeah. The 16 millimeter is not UPA approved. They only approved this one.
Probably because Jesse's
and probably some cost savings or something. But when you look at the APP pros that play Engage, I'm pretty sure most of them are using this 16 millimeter over the foam. So anyways, but a surprise from them. It was
that's cool.
I
haven't heard Engage in a minute since the Pro S1. I think was the last.
Pro S1. I don't think that is a paddle.
Well,
that
the Pro,
exists in
no,
the Engage line.
You know what I'm talking about? The ones that all had the arrow, the Pursuit Pros, the
Pursuit Pros.
Yeah,
okay.
The ones that had the arrow curves, like they all had the arrow curves.
Yeah, these are definitely better than their last Pursuit line.
Yeah,
these are they're moving forward here. But yeah, there aren't any cost savings with it, but there are some unique elements, reasons you might go to it. And I still think there's a contingent of people that aren't converted on foam yet. And they prefer the feel of.
They're wrong.
They prefer the feel of the polypropylene. Yeah. It is an adjustment when you buy your first foam paddle. It's an adjustment.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit different dwell. It's a subtle difference in feel where, like you could tell it feels foamy, whereas the polypropylenes will typically have just a little crisper feel to them. And anyways, for those that aren't sold on foam, maybe that's another good option there. Okay, last thing here is the Dink Master 3.0. This is from Enhanced Pickleball. They got those boards that you can go, do wall drills against. I have the 2.0 version in my garage. I use it all the time. I use the board. You can actually get a pretty good sense for the paddle's feel. I love, I'll just go through a bunch of paddles and just, bam against the wall to get a sense of the difference in feel and softness and stiffness. You can also get a pretty good idea of the sweet spot when you're doing some like fast hand drills with it. But yeah, I use that thing all the time, and that they are coming out with a new one. So a 3.0 version. So the difference is it has a net on the bottom. So you can take the board off the top and you can have a net, or
like just a dink net.
The dink net.
Or hands battle net, whatever.
Whatever. And then they also made one so that it's set up where the board like flips over, right? So the one that you and I have.
Yeah, the 2.0 had like the metal, it had like a basically come back faster rebound.
Yeah, it had like a faster and a slow side. This one has just like a normal side that has like a polypropylene, just sounds and feels like a paddle coming off it. The other side is a quiet side, which I thought was brilliant, right? Like this is
you can annoy your wife less
if you play your wife less. And so I put together mine this week. This launches I don't have my phone on me. I just asked him yesterday. I didn't write it down, but it launches, I want to say November 1st.
Okay.
So it's coming out soon. And the 2.0 is
going on sale.
Is on sale right now. So you can pick one of those up with code PB Effect for $259.99. The new one will be $280. So you save about 20 or so bucks if you were to go buy the old one right now. Anyway, so I was testing the 3.0, and I actually wanted it to be a little bit quieter. It wasn't as quiet as I was expecting. It has like a deeper thuddy sound to it. It's not as high pitched. The original sounds like a pickleball paddle coming off it. This one has a different sound, but it's still pretty loud. It's not this night and day difference.
Not like one side's like the owl surface.
Right. I was kind of hoping for more of an owl response. I wonder if they made the whole board that kind of owl type felty rather than, doing the 50-50 split on the sides, if that would make a difference. I don't know, but it wasn't as quiet as I was hoping, though it is a deeper sound, and it's like subtly quieter. And Is it enough to buy that one over the original? I think it depends. If you're playing, like maybe you have it in your house or apartment and you're using that in combination with like a quiet ball, it's going to be super quiet. But with a regular ball, if you're, I just don't think it's.
See,
it's
I would go
to like justify it.
Yeah, well, see, the quiet wouldn't justify it, but I would go to the new one over the old one for the net.
For the net,
yeah, that would just because that cost difference isn't that much, and I think that net that's kind of a cool idea.
That was a clever idea, and the new one isn't quite as like stable too. It's not a huge deal, but I did notice it does like kind of bend a little more when you hit the ball.
Or did you just get stronger?
No, because I go to the old one. It just stays the same. I don't think that's a deal breaker. It really changes anything. It's just something I noticed because it is connected at like the holders because you the poles.
Yeah.
So when you take it off, there's like a weak point in the middle that wasn't on the original, which I think is why it flexes a little more. But I don't really think that changes anything or is a big deal. But I asked my wife. I was like, I brought them both inside. I had them in the garage. It's cold here, and I thought maybe because it was colder, that's why the sound difference was more similar than I expected. But I brought them inside. I let them sit in the house overnight to get to acclimate to the inside weather, and then I played them. It's still kind of the same experience. But my wife Malia, she says she would rather listen to the sound of the quiet board because it's not that teeny louder.
Okay.
It's not that high pitched sound.
Yeah.
It's more like a thuddy.
Like a thud, yeah.
And she preferred that. But I keep mine in the garage, and it actually that holds it back quite a bit from reverberating through the house. And it's not as big of a deal to have a quiet one. But I know that there's some people that like have it sitting on their back porch in their house, and like neighbors can hear it when you're playing with it. So the sound is more pleasant.
I'm gonna set mine up in my bedroom.
Well, you're a bachelor.
I'm a bachelor.
So it doesn't matter.
I know, right?
Your neighbors, they can just deal with it.
Exactly.
But anyways, I if you were to ask me which one to go buy, I would say go take advantage of the deal on the original. Pick that one up. But there is some sound differences if you want to get the new one. But the idea of that is brilliant. I love the idea of having a quieter board and whatever they. They'll keep refining it.
Yeah, so they continue to be innovative.
Yeah, they've changed that board 3 or 4 times, and I just love that thing. I use it so
it's
much.
fun.
I use it all the time.
Yeah.
It's really good. You can really develop some stuff with it. I'm pretty good at those little.
I will
things.
notice since you got the very first one, since we got it, you have gotten better at your wall drills.
Yeah, for sure. That's everything I have for Paddle, Babble, and Gear. That's going to close it out for us. Any other thoughts for the day?
No. Hope everybody has a great week.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys later.